Hi, everybody. Thank you for clicking on my video today. This is the mentor speaking. The prediction for SPY this week is as follows. Right now, it's trading about $672. We are looking forward and heading to a smashing volatility week, and this should fly all the way, flush all the way down to 650 or a 5% chance case scenario that it rebounds to $697. Now, most probably will be dropping to about $650. And then we might see in the end of the week rebounding all the way to $697. This is only if there's positive news where Iran and Israel stop fighting with America, which is highly doubtly going to happen. Very, very small chances. So everybody's giving it, according to options trading, about a 90% to 95% chance that the SPY will be going from 672 all the way down to about 650 this week. Volatility is supposed to be insane. Now, I want to talk to you guys about what my predictions are with the political news and how this can unravel and teach you how to trade properly like a professional on the market. Okay. Now, as everybody knows, Trump entered into war with Iran and with Israel together, and it's just dragging on. Iran is shooting back the whole entire time. They say 86% is everything is wiped out from their ballistic missiles, but I highly doubt it's true because they have Saudi Arabia on their side. They have everybody on their side. Iran, they have like their close buddies, and it's just going to go on and on and on. Now, Trump said last week that he's giving it a 4 or 5 week period until it stops. If it doesn't stop within a 4 or 5 week period, I'm telling you, this could probably drag on just like Russia and Ukraine. Okay, it's terrible. It's absolutely insane. So now, sorry, when the war does finish, we will be seeing the S&P rising, making a brand new all-time high above 697. It's gonna be crazy. But don't forget, the market is also due for a market correction, which the date is April 19. So we're all waiting for that. We're gonna be seeing a lower low at 481. It's gonna be very brutal. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give any investment advice. I'm just here to teach you guys the proper way how to trade, okay? So now, if you look over here at the daily chart over here, the reason why it's at 650 is here's our bottom floor level, ground level, and this is like our all-time high over there. And we see the trend is just coming down, or just like another inch, you know what I mean? Just coming down. So over here, like I can show you, make a trend line over here. We got out of the trend already a few days ago, like right over here, make it like this, you see? Second, this candle, huge red candle came and left the trend, right? This left the trend. This came leading to us that we get the indication that it's going to go down. Now, of course, there was positive news and then negative news and the war started and everything, and that's where everything came crashing down. As I mentioned in my previous video, every single time the market crashed down, we recovered even greater than before. Now, those days are over, okay? We came down. Wait, let's go a bit further. Like, let's start from here, right? We came up, came down, came down, up, down. Yeah, we made newer highs. Now, we did not make a single newer high ever since January 28th. What is now? Now is March 8th. Tomorrow is March 9th for the next market that's open. What does this mean to us? What this is telling us is that the current trend of an uptrend is over. Now we're just going to be coming down, 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 down. Unless if there's really positive news, which I told you is most probably if the war finishes, but it's probably not going to be finishing. It's going to be dragging on and on and on and on. That's another thing. Now, another thing I want to discuss is let's go to the VIX. Okay, it's very, very important. The VIX options volatility and pricing. Absolutely crazy. Trading at $29.93. This is insane. Like everybody knows, like I love holding money in UVXY. I'll go back to this in a second. But I want to explain also what UVXY is. UVXY is basically it's like a shareholder in the VIX. It's like the VIX is like a mutual fund and has like those few companies like over here. Like I'll show you over here. If you go over here, related futures. Like over here, we have the VX man. No, not here. ETFs. Right over here. UVIX, VXX, UVXY, right? I like specifically this one, VIXY, SVXY, but it makes no difference. Like in any of these places, they all measure different things through the VIX. Now, the UVXY I take as like my bank account, basically, where like I just throw in extra cash here, and then whenever volatility is up and the market is in fear mode, this skyrockets. Like last time I bought it in at about $35 a share, right now it's at 54, right? Can you imagine the returns? This is all in about a week and a half. So this is also insane. So now back to the VIX. What I was going to try to explain to you with the VIX is like this. If this goes above 30, right? If this opens up above 30 Monday, we can see the worst market we ever saw since the beginning of 2026. If this goes below 25 tomorrow, on Monday, March 9, then things might settle down more or less, and the SPY is going to have slower movements. It's going to have slower movements. We're going to see a small candle tomorrow. Monday, we might have an uptrend like last week. Yeah, Monday we had but Tuesday is going to be a brutal Tuesday. Like literally every Tuesday we had down, down, down. If you go further, look back at the dates. Sometimes it was Monday night, whatever. It was terrible markets, terrible markets. Next thing I want to teach you guys is how to use the RSI, especially in this market. So let's go to the 1 minute chart. Okay. Let's focus on the 1 minute chart. So here we almost formed a nice head and shoulder, but like those are pretty much a flop. It would have been, this would be the head, this would be the left shoulder, this would be the right shoulder. Instead, we were trying to create a diamond and whatever, but it makes no difference. Point being is that this is indicating for a huge market downtrend, right? Huge market downtrend. Like the right shoulder was at about 675, crashed all the way down to 671. This was a matter of what? Like legit, like about a half hour, about a 45-minute period, right? From this window to this window is a half hour. So it's about a 45-minute period. It was a disaster. But again, options traders, day traders especially, you make a killing. Now, another thing before, you have to also make sure that volatility is going to be IV intrinsic volatility is going to be low, because if it's going to be too high, you don't want to enter into options, because especially zero days to expiration. You don't want to enter into 0 days to expiration because your contract will expire worthless. That's what it would be. Okay, so now back to the indicators I want to teach you about regarding the RSI. RSI is an indicator, which is from the oscillator family, where it runs from between 0 to 100. Now, the midpoint is 50. 50 means the market is not overbought or oversold. If the RSI is above 70, that means the market is oversold. If the RSI is below 30, that means the market is sorry, just opposite. If it's above 70, the market is overbought. If it's below 30, the market is oversold, which means if the RSI is below 30, right, then if you're a day trader, yeah, then I enter into puts then, because the trend is going down, 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 right? When it's above 70, I would go and buy calls. The market is in an uptrend. We're going to go up, up, up right over here. Like RSI reached like what, 78 about. Yeah, it was crazy. You're like up this huge candle over here. See, up, 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 up. You can make a killing over here, right? But you have to watch out. You have to be in and out, in and out. The second we get to divergence where it's crossing over, and it's like let's look over here. Like we see over here, like it reached a high of about 80, let's say 82, whatever, right? The RSI. And then it crossed down, it crossed above the line. You see over here, look over here. You see like this line over here? Yeah. It crossed above, and then it crossed again over. This created like a mini double top, as we call it, right? That means we got our sell signal that the trend is going to switch and it's going to go cracking down. Now, I'm teaching you this on the 1 minute chart. That's why you have to be really in and out, in and out, in and out. Same thing goes when it's below 30 and when it reaches above 30. Let's find it, like let's say over here. We got over here, let's say like a double top over here. It was holding, actually, okay, this doesn't reach 30, this reached about 39. So like when below, above, below, right? So this is another indication, or a great indication, etc. So what I'm trying to tell you is again, RSI is when it's below 30, the market is oversold. When it's above 70, the market is overbought. Do not buy actual stock if it's above 70, because this trend lasts for a few minutes. It's good to, I mean, you can buy the stock and not make so much money, but point is, especially if you want to do options trading and you want to make a killing. So you have to just remember that one. You have to be in and you have to be out. You have to be ready to be in and out. Okay. So same thing with the VIX. The VIX is the biggest indicator for you to tell you when to enter and exit. Because when the VIX, okay, now it's not it's a crazy market. Now it's at 29. Everything is screaming, sell, 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 panic sell. Everything's screaming. But like normally when it's like, let's go to a 10-minute chart. Let's go further down. Let's say here, when the market was still stable, more or less, right? It usually fluctuates between 16 and 20 when the market is in fear territory, and then below 16 when the market is not in fear territory, which was actually a pretty long time ago. Like over there, 14 over here, like pretty long time ago. Like we're talking about like not really beginning of 2026. We have very few days in the beginning of 2026 that we had the VIX to be below 16. The market was pretty much in fair territory when we entered in 2026. Now, another thing I want to tell you guys is I believe there's going to be a massive recession coming in the next coming weeks. And not only that, I predicted this a year ago. It wasn't just me, it was like everybody that's going unraveling the whole entire market and how it works with the market data. I will be creating my next video about it, explaining how it works. So please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Like that, I can continue creating my videos and accomplish the goal that I want, that everybody should learn the market properly. Remember, let's go back to SPY. This is not financial advice, but still remember that the target for this week is about 650 or 5% probability maybe to reach 697. But volatility is probably going to be up, so watch out. Do not do 0 days to expiration unless if it's low. I'm telling you, you're going to just lose all your investments. You're going to lose all your money. Been there, done that. The only way to learn the market is to go one step at a time, be disciplined, but it's the only way. Well, I wish you all best of luck with trading, and write in the comments if you want to learn anything else or anything. Let me know. Thank you.